Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Fashion Diaries here. Quite gloomy today, so my light can fluctuate a bit. I apologize for that in advance. Today I'm going to be doing something different on my channel. If you haven't watched my last video, I went thrifting and I just want to share with you guys some tips and tricks I've been using for my thrifting games over the last 3 years. And you can quite say I'm an expert at thrifting now. I thought it would be helpful for people that are new to thrifting or having a difficult time navigating what to do when you get to the thrift store. So without further ado, let's get started. The first tip I want to mention is this is very important. You have to set a budget. Always set a budget. No matter how little of the item you're going to buy at the thrift store, set a budget. Even if you're just eye shopping at the thrift store, trust me, you're always going to find something you like at the thrift store and you always want to get it. So set a budget. No matter the amount of money you take to the thrift store, you're gonna go over budget. So set a limit for yourself before you step your foot out of the house. Trust me, this is the number one step you really need to focus on. Number two is list the items you want, or you can call it a wish list. Finding good quality clothes at the thrift store, it can be time consuming. It will take time to go through racks and racks of clothes if you don't have like an idea of what you want at the thrift store. It could be trends you've been seeing, colors you've been seeing, an outfit you saw on a person walking down the street, just anything. You just write down on your list so that you can have an idea. You can be able to picture what you want at the thrift store. I'm gonna tell you guys a story right now of when I first started thrifting. Whenever I want to visit the thrift store, just go there open to find like anything, putting my luck in the stars. I will go and just start to look at racks and racks of clothes. I always start at the rack that I set my eyes on, which is mostly the tops and the sweater once you enter the thrift store. I guess that kind of explains why I have more tops than bottoms anyway. You want to list the items you want. You don't want to get confused once you enter the thrift store, because this happens a lot. You get confused, you get distracted. My third tip is optional. This is for my visual learners like myself, which is mood board. I mentioned in my last video that I always create a mood board before I go to the thrift store. This helps me visualize. I'm the kind of person that I need an image up here to be able to understand fully what you're saying. So for my visual learners, I really encourage to create mood boards whenever you want to go to the thrift store, because this is helpful in so many ways. Having this visual alternative, I found myself being more self-controlled in picking what items I see at the thrift store. For example, if this purple sweater doesn't match my color palette or what is on my mood board, it simply goes on the rack because I already calculated what I need at home. So if I see like a cute item that is really not on my list because I did not plan for that item to be bought, prioritize everything. This is in addition to the tip I mentioned above, which was list the items you want. So I always list the items I want from my most wanted to my least wanted. For example, if you're in need of a crew neck, like you want a crew neck, you've seen it on an influencer and it looks really cute, do not go to the bottom aisle. If that is your priority, you need to go to the sweater aisle, or is it the top aisle? I think it's the top aisle. You need to go there and find you some beautiful crew neck. Always prioritize the things you want, because whatever you plan at home is something you really want, and whatever you see at the store. Another tip I have is be realistic. A lot of people need to hear this. We write endless amounts of things on our list and you hope to get them at the thrift store, which is partially true. When thrifting, the world is your oyster. You can get lucky at times. If you live for Cannon Hills, where your demographical area or sneakerheads, you won't get lucky. Maybe like once in a blue moon. I live in Maryland. It's almost impossible to find someone wearing Timberlands. If that is on your list and you live around here, you're living in the Lululand, my girl. Like, you can't find Timberlands here. Nobody wears them here. So my tip for you is to be realistic. If you go thrifting a lot and you know what kind of items your thrift store supplies and what they don't, I really don't recommend envisioning what you think your thrift store might have and write it on your list, so that once you get there, you have less chance of getting disappointed in what you want. This next tip is kind of a solution to the last one I said. If you don't find it at the thrift store, find it online. You know, this is the 21st century. Everything is online now. You can find simply anything online. You can find it on Depop, Poshmark, ThreadUp, all this second online website. Second-hand thrifts also do coupons and points, which I'm going to get into later on. So I really do recommend thrifting online. You never know what you might find online in the online thrift store website, secondhand. At this point, I'm just rambling, so we're gonna go to the next point. So this is more of an advice rather than a tip. Always go to the shoe section first. It's just a rule everybody follows. Mostly we branch the shoe section last because we think it's not important, and then by that time we are frustrated, you know, we're hungry, we just want to get out of the store, and then just kind of pick whatever. I really recommend going to the shoe section first, but that way you can really take your time, try some shoes on, see what fits, really ask yourself, do I really want this? And if you don't, you can kind of like return it back. I believe there is a stigma around if you go to the thrift store early, you will always find cute things, and I'm here to debunk that rule, that stigma, because no matter when you go to the thrift store, you're always going to find cute items and cute things. You always have the thrift store staffs always restocking items every hour. There's no day you went to the thrift store that they're not restocking items. Don't worry, don't panic, don't have this idea that you have to go early. I really do used to believe that you have to go early. So there was a time I went to the thrift store at 9 p.m. in the night. I still found cute items. So do not worry if you feel the stigma of always trying to go to the thrift store early. Now we have reached the time where our cart is overflowing with beautiful and wonderful pieces of items we picked, and now is the time we have worries and doubts, and you know, we have this anxiety of what to take home and what to leave behind. If your thrift store have dressing room, that is good. Unfortunately, my thrift stores do not have dressing room, both of them. So but if your thrift store does not have a dressing room, they always have a mirror placed around, so do not worry. So now here is my advice or a tip that I want you guys to do. You go into the dressing room or in front of the mirror and you order up the fabric and pull a Maria Kondo. Really ask yourself, like, does this spark joy? And your head is probably telling you yes it does. No, that is the adrenaline talking. Really ask yourself, in the next 6 months, will I really be attracted to this piece? Will I really want to wear this outfit out even though it's not trendy anymore? If there's a doubt back there, like somewhere at your mind is telling you no, put that clothing item back on the rack and leave it for the next person to see. I know there's a lot of process to determine what kind of items you want to bring home. There is the quality over quantity, you know, there is the does it have a stain, does it have a scratch or something like that. But that is something I've been really, you know, I've used a lot and it has worked for me. I also believe in quality over quantity. If it's not of a good quality and it doesn't look good, it doesn't look like almost brand new, I leave it behind regardless of the color or like the way it looks like, because it's not worth it. Nothing is worth buying if the quality is downgraded. Now I only have a few tricks for you to use at a thrift store, and number one is always sign up for royalty member reward. It's simply a give and take situation, like Flimora always says.
Give and take. 기부가 없는데 take가 있을 순 없어.
You come to their store, you get things, and then they give you coupons and codes and points for you to collect discount at their stores, and we love it. We always love it. Another trick I always use is I always go when I know my stores have discounts. One store has 25% off every Tuesday and the other one has 50% off every Thursday. And I always utilize this advantageous opportunity because not only do I go there, I also save money as I'm buying items as well. You really need to find out what days your thrift stores have discounts, because I believe our thrift stores hopefully your thrift store has a day like that. Now my last tip or trick is always go to the thrift store with an open mind. I know I'll set a bunch of rules at the beginning of this video. That is that was for me to have a more self-controlled relationship with thrift stores because it wasn't good in the past. Do not fixate on a trend. Whatever you find at a thrift store that you see and it's very unique to you or maybe personal, get that item and maybe you can pass it to your child, your great-grandchildren. You never know. I'm not saying do not buy trends, but don't focus solely on trends. Find something else that can be unique to you as well. So we have reached the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and also subscribe because I need subscribers. I need subscribers, y'all. So subscribe and I'll see you guys next time. So bye.